Thank you, Corey. Now, there's no denying the fact that today was a dark day for General Motors, but they're keeping their heads held high over at White's Mountain Motors.
And environmentalists are questioning why the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers plans to study a Colorado entrepreneur's plan to build a 400-mile water pipeline from Wyoming to Colorado's Front Range without knowing who would use the water or where it will go.
Business may not be booming for Hogadon, but they're just thankful they're open for business. Back to you at the desk, Mike.
A woman accused of murdering a Wyoming man in 2004 may have her case dismissed. Hey, you know, we got the drought, so this weather, it's not always fun, but just try to buck up and know that your summer and spring will be that much healthier because of the snowfall. Well, even in this economic recession, people are still spending money in some areas. Ammunition is one of them. Concerns that the Obama administration could impose a new ban on some semi-automatic weapons may be fueling a portion of the economy. Worried gun owners are stockpiling ammunition at such a rate that manufacturers cannot meet the demand.
The storm clouds brewing over the General Motors Corporation have resulted in a bankruptcy filing. But this by no means dictates the end of GM nationally or in the oil city, at least not at White's Mountain Motors.
It appears that the filing for bankruptcy this morning has little, if any, impact on this dealership. We have been informed that the warranties will continue to be honored.
Sales aren't nearly as strong as they were a year ago at this Wyoming GM dealership, but Trace Swisher sees the problems coming from the economy in general, not from struggling automakers.
We've noticed lately that there have been some improvement in the sales numbers and interest of people coming down to buy cars. But the major problem with people buying cars today is not the manufacturers going out of business or going bankrupt. It's the fact that the availability of credit. I mean, we probably have 25 people a month who wish to buy a car or truck and are unable to because they can't secure automobile financing.
The General Motors Corporation could cut ties with as many as 2,600 GM dealers, but the employees at White's Mountain believe they won't be one of them.
The company indicated they wanted to not renew franchise agreements for 1,124 dealerships across the country that sell General Motors vehicles. We were not one of those who received the letter.
GM will be shedding some of its brands as it trims company fat, and one of them will be Hummer. But Trace tells me he's heard from corporate that GM has already found an interested buyer.
As long as the company that manufactures Hummers builds a product that we feel is a viable product in this community, we'll continue to sell Hummers.
Now that precious cargo Corey just mentioned is Wyoming's students. Every cent will go towards retrofitting school buses throughout Wyoming to make them cleaner and greener. Take a look.
School buses throughout Wyoming, and all of us air breathers, are the benefactors of the $1.73 million given to the Wyoming Department of Environmental Quality. Around 500 buses throughout the state will be retrofitted to reduce diesel emissions, and 10 buses will be replaced altogether for newer, cleaner models. But with a countless number of government-owned diesel engines within Wyoming, why school buses?
The number one reason I went with the Department of Education and school buses was that they have a system set up where they can track these buses. They know what the lifespan of them are, and we have a very short time frame. We have to spend all those funds by September 30th, 2010, which means we got a real short line to do essentially 2 buses a day to retrofit over the next year.
The Cowboy State has 1,700 school buses traveling 76,000 road miles a day. The WDEQ knows upgrading some of our most frequently used diesel vehicles for cleaner emissions could result with fewer premature deaths, asthma attacks, respiratory ailments, and lost workdays across Wyoming. Specific buses and locations for diesel retrofitting still have to be determined, but larger population areas will definitely see improvements.
We're looking at areas like Natrona County, particularly Casper, other areas, even Cheyenne, Rock Springs, Sheridan, those kind of major school bus locations where they have a large fleet are definitely going to get treatment.
The WDEQ has yet to contact the Natrona County School District, but it should come as no surprise that their director is thrilled about the coming enhancements.
You know, I think anything that can be added to help out the buses, help out the efficiency, I think is outstanding. And of course, we don't really know the full gamut of how much money we're going to get or what all it entails. But anytime they're talking about giving us some money, we're excited.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this very manly edition of the K2 News. Bree's going to be on Good Morning Wyoming tomorrow, filling in for Tony J. So it's ladies' night in the morning tomorrow. Check her out, and hope to see you next weekend. Have a great night.